Hi you guys, my name is Francesca Michelle and this is my YouTube channel. Yay! A lot of my friends have been asking me to do YouTube tutorials on makeup and hair and my makeup routine and things that I use and stuff like that. So no time like the present to get into something different, so I'm choosing to do that. Today we're going to be doing my everyday eyebrow routine. So like, subscribe, comment. If you guys want me to do anything else, let me know. I am gonna still post random things that I do, reviews on my hair, stuff like that. And yeah, thanks for watching and let's get into it. So like I said, today we're gonna be doing my everyday eyebrow routine. So as you guys can see, I don't have any eyebrows. Well, I do, but you know how all of us look, you know, all our little people have been before to the wrong person to arch their eyebrows and they just never grow back right. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm getting them to grow back right and be fuller, and you know, using my black castor oil, you know, getting them to fill back in, stuff like that. So normally what I usually do is, like, this is my clean face. I don't have any makeup on, any product on, or anything like that. You know, I normally sometimes put a primer on or something like that, but in the morning when you're rushing and you got kids, you know, you don't really have time to do a whole bunch of stuff. So let's get started, okay? So I do have a mirror over here, so if I'm not looking directly at the camera, that's because I'm looking into this mirror, okay? So you guys just follow along. So I'm using my MAC Spindle brush. It can be bent in, you know, whatever way you want to bend it at, but I keep mine straight because it's kind of more convenient. I'm right-handed, so I like it the long way. So I go through and, you know, I brush to get my eyebrows to go in the direction that I want them to go in, right? So once I do that, I take my Anastasia brow wiz pencil. I love Anastasia's products. They're very pigmented, but you know, a little goes a long way. I will tell you that. But once you get them in, you get the hang of it. You know how dark you want your eyebrows, how light you want them, where you want the fade out to be. Then it'll be a little bit easier for you to continue to use them and get used to those. I use the brow wiz. They also have the brow definer, and it depends on what look I'm going for that day. But normally my brow wizzes are my all go-to products that I use. So I have the colors dark brown and I have the colors ebony. When I bought them, I didn't really know which color would I like better, but they kind of both. It's not really a big difference between the colors. I believe I paid like 19 bucks for these a piece at Sephora. I'm a hopper. I like Sephora and I like Ulta. So some of my products I'll show you guys are Sephora and some are Ulta. It just depends on who, you know, is having a sale, who I got a coupon for, you know, who I got a lot of points with or whatever. And that's just how it goes for me. So, you know, you do what you do. You use the products, whatever products you want. I know there are other brands that make these, like NYX and LA Colors, and I want to say Sephora has their own brand of these as well too. But okay, so this time, let me see, am I gonna do dark brown? You know what? I'm going to do ebony. So the cool part about this product is it comes with its own spindle brush. So if you already don't have your own spindle brush already, it already comes with this spindle brush, okay? So again, you know, just to make sure I cover this part, I go back over it, get it to where I want it to be. A little, like I said, it lasts you a little while. Like if you look, like I've had this for a few months and it's still like a lot left. So of course, like I go through, can you guys let me know a little bit? I go through and I first draw my defining line as to how I want my eyebrows to curve. Now don't mind them because they look a little messy in the beginning until you clean them up. So just follow along with me, okay? So I go through, and as I'm going through, like I go from top to bottom, kind of, you know, like filling in, just to make sure I cover like all of the bases of it. And if you see me like do this, I scrunch because I know how my facial expressions be during the day. So I want to make sure that they're going correctly and doing what I need them to do. Okay, so I just go through and fill in. Now, of course, I know in some areas they look a little darker than others, but once you continue to go through, they kind of just start to even themselves out. Now, I'm not a thick eyebrow type of girl. Like, I try to go with how my facial structure is. My facial structure isn't built to have thicker eyebrows, so I kind of fall in between it. When I do them, it depends on what look I'm going for. If I'm going for a more dramatic look, then I might do them a little darker and do them a little thicker. But it's just an everyday look. This is just an everyday type of thing. Okay, so like I said, I go through and, you know, I just fill in. So that side is done. I know this little top right look a little weird, but watch. Once I clean them up, they're gonna look perfect as always, okay? So as I fill in, I still like brush periodically just to make sure that I'm covering products all over the full eyebrow. Then I switch to the other side. Now I know you guys already saw me do this side, so you guys should be fine to just basically mimic what it is that you did on the other side. And like I said, I preferably go from top to bottom. But I feel like a lot of the mistakes that other people make that do these tutorials is they kind of want you to do it their way, like it's their way or the highway. But everybody has their own type of method. Everybody got their own little flick of the wrist. Everybody got their own way that they learn. So I learned from taking a bunch of YouTube tutorials and putting them together, because I done had some bad eyebrow days in the past. So these last few years, I've been getting way better at them. The more you do them, the more you get used to them. So I go through and I fill in, like I said, from top to bottom. Now, of course, like I said in the beginning, they do look a little thicker in some areas, but I'm a perfectionist, so once I go back through and I clean them up, they end up looking really, really good. And like I said, you can still kind of like brush periodically just to make sure that you get all of the product through. Okay, and so for right now, we are done with this product. And again, I will like list all the products that I used on today's video at the bottom of the video, and you guys will be able to go purchase them yourself. I also might place links for the websites you can go purchase them on. Okay, so now we move on to the concealers. Now, I'm a different type of person. Like, I use 2 different concealers. Sometimes you might see me with a Sephora concealer. Sometimes you might see me with a Clinique concealer. Sometimes you might see me with a Urban Decay concealer. It just depends on, you know, what product I have left of, you know, if I feel like, you know, swapping back and forth or whatever. So I put the lighter concealer at the bottom to give it more of a highlight, and I put the darker concealer at the top because it kind of gives it more of a defined look for my face. That's how I like it. I'm two-toned, so it kind of ends up evening it out a little bit, if that makes sense to you guys. So today I'm using the Sephora concealers. I have the Sephora number 13 Caramel. That is the one that I put at the bottom of my eyebrows, okay? Now, I've had this product for a few months now, and, you know, like I said, a little goes a long way with a lot of the Sephora products. So I have that color in the 13 that I use to highlight at the bottom, and then I have my Sephora, what number is this one? This is the Bright Future one, number 14. So I got 13 and 14. Okay, I want to say these was like 10 bucks at Sephora inside of JCPenney's. They're real reasonably priced. Some people are Ulta people, some people are Sephora people. I'm kind of a mix. I go here for this, that product, and that there for that product. So like I said, little goes a long way. So I take it and I like literally just put like a dab of it on my hand, and I'm able to use just that amount for both sides. So we're gonna dab the lighter one as well, and it just literally looks like, you know, 2 different color dabs. And I'm a really neat person, so like I put all my stuff back where I got it from when I'm done with it, because I hate mess. Okay. So this is a brow definer pencil that I bought at my local Rite Aid or whatever. It's like an eyebrow brush, but like I make it like super duper flat. So when I apply my product, it stays flat. And I like, y'all see me pinch a lot of my brushes together so it can stay how I want it to be or whatever. So let's just dive right in. So I take it and I put a little bit of product at the bottom at the tip of the brush. And I get as close to my mirror as possible, because this is like, it's gonna erase all of the extra. So you wanna be extremely careful as to not get it where it doesn't need to be. Because then you got to come back and clean up, and then just make it takes a longer process when you really don't have to. If you just be real careful, real strategic with how you apply it, then you'll be okay. Now that time I didn't get enough product, so I'm gonna reapply some more. And I might squinch my face up. That's to like while I'm bringing the product down. Okay. So then I take an eyeshadow brush that I specifically just use for my eyebrows, and I like go through and, you know, like basically rub it. I guess you could say blend it in is a better word. So I go through and I blend it in. Okay. Now I also have my MAC Pro flat concealer brush that I use as well too. I use that brush as well too, because it's more like the bristles are more pushed together, so you can get a little bit closer to the brow as opposed to the other brush that I just used. Right. So that one at the bottom we're done with. So then I come back through and go through the top. And I'm sorry, y'all, this is my first YouTube video, so y'all have to bear with me. I might be shaking because I'm a bit nervous. I'm kind of, you know, a bit nervous, just a little bit. Okay, so then I got the one done, right? So then I come back through and I take my spindle brush and I go over the front and blend the product out. That way you get that little, you know, that little faded look in the front, and it's not like as thick and defined. Like some people don't do that, they just leave it how it is. I'm more of a, I want it to fade out into a brow as opposed to just being like, bow, you know? Some people, you know, everybody different, so now you see how that one is right now. So I'm gonna go to the other side and do the same thing that I just did. And like some people don't like to highlight under their brows. Some people use the same color concealer as their skin color is, because I guess like they kind of want it to look a little bit more, you know, like it's their, excuse me, my nose is itching, like it's their natural eyebrow. Me, I like the highlight because I like to feel like my eyebrow is, you know, as they say, popping. I keep wanting to wet my brush. It's so irritating. And sometimes I might take some water and wet the brush. Like if I use too much product, it's the easier way to clean it up as opposed to, you know, like taking a makeup wipe and wiping it all over and starting over again. I hate when you have to do that. Like sometimes if I wake up on the wrong side of the bed and I can't get my eyebrow perfect, I'll just like wipe it all off, go get some coffee real quick and come back and start. Or just say forget it and don't even do my eyebrows that day at all. Okay, so okay. And as you can see, like I said, I'm still, you know, the key word is blend, because you want to blend it out as much as you can, especially like when you're not doing like a full face, so you're not putting any foundation or anything on. You're just strictly doing eyebrows and lashes. Like I said, once that's done, I'll get my spindle brush again and I go through the front and, you know, blend out as opposed to blending in. Now, I've learned that eyebrows are sisters but not twins. So sometimes they look a little bit different than each other, but the key is to be comfortable, you know, how you like your eyebrows to be. I'm fine with how mine's end up because they still pop, so it doesn't matter to me. So then I come back through with my Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel. Now this brow gel is a lifesaver because it locks everything in. Like, it locks it in to where you don't have to, you know, spray Urban Decay All Nighter over it or any type of hold-in spray or anything like that. You just come back through with your brow gel and it locks everything in place. So I come back through with my brow gel. Now this color again is dark brown, of course, because of my skin complexion. I like to use a lot of dark browns and ebony products. Because the key word, you know, melanin be popping, so. And sometimes you like might get the brow gel in places that it doesn't need to be. So then I just come back through with one of my concealer brushes and, you know, even it out. So then what I'll do is I'll take one of my eyeshadow brushes. Now this brush I got from, I think, the beauty supply store. I liked it because it was like the bristles were a little bit thicker. So I just come back through and I go in like an angled motion through the middle as to, you know, like blend the product out so it doesn't look so, you know, caked on in some areas. And I might go again under the brow line just to clean that up. And sometimes I might go on top too. Perfect, okay? So this is my eyebrow tutorial, you see. Go back to before, look at the beginning of the video, look at after. Yeah, this is what I do. Like, then, you know, might come back through and put a little mascara on, and that's really it. Your eyebrows are popping, they're together. It's literally, it takes me maybe 10-15 minutes, 15 minutes at the max on a day where I'm trying to really get them perfect. But see, they're perfect. They're blended out perfectly in the front, blended out evenly through the whole eyebrow. They don't look caked on or anything like that. They're perfect. Perfect for me. So for you, it might be a little bit different. You might want a little bit more products. But for me, this is perfect, okay? So like I said, I'm going to list all the products that I used in this video at the bottom of it and let you guys, you know, see for yourselves. If you got anything else you want me to try, or, you know, you want me to go over anything else that I did, or you want to know where I got my brushes at, just let me know. And I'll go ahead and help you guys out with that, okay? Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Tag me, follow me on Instagram. I'll post all that information below. And thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.